Some places in Arizona make you wonder, how did I not know this was here? A while back, some friends invited me and my wife to tag along on a little adventure down long, dusty roads into the heart of northern Arizona. The destination? A remote canyon nestled against a dormant volcano. Now, I didn't realize it then, but this entire place sits right on the edge of a massive, ancient caldera. What's left of a volcano so big, it quietly reshaped the land long ago. That might explain why the cliffs here don't look like normal cliffs. Instead, it looked like the earth had grown a set of stony fingers, more than 40 feet high, side by side, some even leaning outward like they were stretching or listening. Gravity defying, wind battered, and wild. Our friends showed us ancient petroglyphs etched into sun-darkened rocks by the people who once called this strange valley home. We admired the symbols, pondered their meaning, and then eventually shared a picnic. I, of course, had my usual sandwich, smothered in Tabasco sauce, a tradition going back over 30 years. My army buddies used to watch me pour it on less than tasty army food, and even take a swig now and then to warm up on cold days. The laughter, the stories, and the peace of the place stuck with me, and as the sun began to dip, I knew I had to come back, this time to film it properly and invite you, the viewer, along for the journey. Not long after, the perfect opportunity arrived. Our son came home for the weekend. He and I, well, we've explored ancient ruins and trails together since he could walk. So it only felt right to share this place with him. He drove, and I gotta say, he and his truck, they moved as one, navigating the washed out stream beds, the rock piles, and the tree limbs like an old desert cowboy chasing a trail. Even he was taken aback by the cliffs, as it appeared as if we were on another planet. He pointed out the volcanic caldera on a satellite photo, which would explain how eruptions had birthed these massive boulders eons ago. Nature's own sculpture garden. He searched the cliffs for more petroglyphs and found them, high above. Some look like figures, others, who knows? A language of rock and shadow, lost to time. That's when we started noticing the caves, tucked between those giant fingers of stone, some shallow, others deeper. We ducked under the branches, stepped through scrub oak and walnut trees, and discovered soot-stained shelters, likely used by those who had carved the symbols. Even my wife joined us through the brush, laughing and curious. She's the quiet, passive adventurer of the family. I told them both about a pond I had spotted on drone footage from the previous trip. It was hidden along the dry riverbed. We made our way up the canyon, following its meandering course. Well, we definitely know there's bear back here because there's a spot back there where I say, when does a black bear not have diarrhea? They always seem to have it. My son, just like me, but honestly even more so, kept stopping to examine rocks in the stream bed. We've always done that together. What looks like a dry creek to most folks is, to us, a collection of geologic wonders scattered about. After an hour of exploring the dry riverbed, I felt a strong craving from deep within, so we headed back to the truck. My craving was satisfied and my energy was renewed by another sandwich absolutely drowned in Tabasco sauce. Some things never change, and I hope they never do. From above, you can see this valley and others stretch on for miles, with finger cliffs on both sides, each with a plateau above and more caves than we could ever explore in a lifetime. Yep, that is a rattlesnake. 100%. So we found its skin. We just got to avoid it. How many dudes can you get in a cave? The women, they have to stay out there. We have a way over there. At one point, buzzards began circling overhead. Are they watching over us, or are they just waiting for one of us to slip and fall? Let's just say we watched our step. As the circling birds reminded us that we are always being watched, we wondered if there's a much larger presence in this location. And right on cue, the spirit of the valley answered in a gust of wind, reminding us who's really the boss here. As we walked the sandy, dirt-filled canyon floor below the cliffs, we came across something different, a rectangle of stones, carefully arranged. Not natural. Pottery. A pit house built long ago by the ancient people, partially buried by time. All of these rocks are in a straight line, and they go to a corner, and then there's another one right there, and it goes on around here. Pottery shards were scattered nearby, some painted with designs that likely date back 700 years or more. My son leaned down to examine them, along with flint chippings discarded when the ancients used to make arrowheads. Quietly, we imagined the people who once built fires here, cooked here, and even laughed here. A bit farther up the canyon, we found another pit house, mostly hidden and nearly forgotten. These weren't ruins on a mountaintop. They were tucked quietly in the valley, right under our feet.
¿Dónde está, mijo? Which means, where are you, my son? There he is. Man, that's a crazy amount of water that must come down this canyon in order to put these big old trees up on that boulder. Imagine that, how high this water is. I mean, that is so high up. Man, I can't believe how much water must come down this. This must be a major waterway at sometimes during rains.
This valley was more than a geological marvel. It was a shelter, a home, a sanctuary. And for one weekend, it was also a moment I'll never forget, with my son and my wife walking the same paths where others lived centuries before. Our family has known deep loss. So when I get a chance to spend a day like this, laughing, exploring, sweating under the Arizona sun with my son, it's not just a hike, it's a gift. We'll be back here again, because some places ask questions that only time and togetherness can answer. This is Sean Bulle the Kid, and I thank you for joining me on this amazing adventure.
Bulle the Kid.